Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Acavino along with Dave Fazzini. We'd like to welcome you to the 2009 Norristown Area High School Dodgeball Tournament. This is the 4th annual tournament. 23 teams enrolled in tonight's tournament. Alongside here, my broadcast partner, Dave Fazzini. Should be an exciting evening.
Should be a great night, Steve, and I just wanted to say it's great to have the old team back. Hearty handshake, welcome back from school to do this game at historic Norristown Area High School Stadium. And what I've got to say to you tonight, Steve, is this is the night for dodgeball. Dodgeball is an ancient sport known by beggars and kings alike to be that separates the men from the boys. In the Mel Gibson film Apocalypto, there were many oblique references made to this ancient sport. The sport that used to result in the death of one's foe, now tonight will result in the shame of one's opponent, the perpetual and everlasting shame. So who's gone down first? You don't want to be that guy.
And we closed it in 04 after the hurricane came through.
And by the way, Dave Fazzini's movie of the week, Apocalypto.
Apocalypto.
Get out and rent it now at all Blockbusters. Probably you'll have a good deal. That's a good Friday evening. Anywhere, get some popcorn and watch it. But back to action here. It's going to be an exciting evening. If you've been here before in years past, you understand how it works.
Will take
8
about
players
6
per
months.
team, and we move through a bracket format. This is not match play.
No, this isn't match play, and we have some returning champions. We have Retro 8, a team decked out in all of its finery. We have tonight the Elite 8. We have the fabulous Magic 8. There's 8 is enough. Everybody is 8. But will 8 be great? It remains to be seen. What we need to work on tonight, what we need to see, coaches' tips of the game.
The way that
the surface is brand new. This is going to play a major factor in the speed of our competitors. The returning champions of years gone by, they can't rely on their knowledge of this court. It has been re-lacquered and re-shellacked, and I've been told that because of new EPA regulations, the old oil-based shellac is out. The oil-based shellac is relied on by competitors of this ancient game for a fast surface. They don't have that tonight. Water-based, polyurethane, look for it. It's one of the keys. It's my key to tonight's game.
Well, tried to find out before we went on the air, was unable to find out information if the court was actually waxed with orange glow. Couldn't find out if it was, but maybe we'll get a brief on that later throughout the broadcast. You're right, different surface. The players will have to adjust tonight. We've seen a lot of arguments in the past with the officials. Have you heard anything on how the officials, are they giving a zero tolerance tonight?
Officials are engaged in a zero tolerance policy tonight. Speaking to one of the head officials, Richard Campbell, before the game, he assured me that, quote, no monkey business would nor should be tolerated by anyone here. They hold the sport of dodgeball up to the utmost stringent standards. They're not taking any prisoners tonight, nor are the teams.
Well, it's laid out there for you. We're going to get to action shortly. Right now, Mike Evans, our PA announcer, is getting ready, doing the introductions as we speak. So it's going to be an interesting beginning to this tournament. The crowd is ready. The music's pumping here in the gym already.
The crowd is live. I don't see how you could not be. This sport, like I said, separating the men from the boys. It is what you must do. It's like a manly kind of striving for a task. We've got our first 2 teams out there. Looks like we got the Bruise crew and the Kamikazes are going to square off first. So when they say dodgeball, it's on, and we're going to see how this thing is done.
Absolutely. So stick around. We're going to be back with the opening game here at the 2009 Dodgeball Tournament, so we hope you stick with us through our play-by-play right here on NASD TV Channel 28, Verizon Channel 45.
We're going down here a little bit. Steve, so as we're looking through this here, one of the things we're going to realize, one of the things very quickly we're going to realize is that this game is gender, and it's gender neutral. Really, the guys do not have a substantial advantage over the ladies in this game. So teams like the Ball Busters and teams like the Bruise Crew that are heavily female-oriented, they might actually have an advantage. We'll see how it plays out.
All right, 3 minutes on the clock. Dodgeball set, crowd ready. Kamikaze and the Blue Barracudas, excuse me, the Bruise Crew. And we are underway here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds now on the clock.
Mr. Campbell calling someone out.
That's one out on the Bruise Crew.
Nice catch over there.
It seems that Mr. Campbell has retracted his statement if it did make one there. Did not call anyone out on the Bruise Crew. Both teams still at full strength. 2:17 to go in this game.
A very conservative strategy being employed by both teams. We just had 2 men down. Excitement ensues.
Well, there's one member down of the Kamikazes, another member down. So let's see, they should be down about 3 players right now. And we are at 1:54 to go in this game.
Bruise Crew's doing some severe damage in this game.
That they are. They're just annihilating the Kamikazes one by one here. Only 3 members left for the Kamikazes.
Bruise Crew's too much for him. Might be a shutout.
Might be. There's 1 member left for the Kamikazes, and we still have 1:24 to go. Crowd really getting into it now. It's 1 against 7.
Oh, almost! That's how it's done.
Whoa, nice dodge there by the Kamikaze as we have approaching a minute to go in the game.
Oh, an elusive power move.
Unbelievable. Under a minute now to play in this game, and still 1 Kamikaze player going. He's dodging everything, showing a lot of skill right now.
Looked like he had him on that one, but he is determined to be the last of the Mohicans. Or is it Kamikazes? Who knows?
All right, they'll have to regroup right now. Still 7 players up for the Bruise Crew. Gotta watch his back there. He's trying to get as much ammo, the Kamikaze player is, as much as possible. We're under 30 seconds to play in this game.
Well, all Bruise Crews has to do is wait out the clock, but they're still being aggressive. They're out for vengeance.
And boy, he's really resilient. All alone, he dives one. Wow. Oh.
It looked like it got him, but Campbell's not calling it.
Wow. The Kamikazes might have caught a break, but that doesn't matter. It's the end of the game.
But that might be, for pride's sake, a controversial non-call for Campbell there. Very close. It skimmed the outer area of where his epidermis would have been had it been there. A real controversial call or non-call by Campbell. That's going to need to go back to the videotape.
We'll definitely go back to the videotape. Unfortunately, we don't have instant video replay.
Oh, yeah, there is that.
We follow the same lines as Major League Baseball.
All right, next up, who do we have here, Steve?
All right, moving on here. It looks like the Therapists and the Blue Barracudas, if I'm correct here, in the back, in a bracket here. Let's see. Absolutely, that's incorrect. It's actually Average Joes and Ant, and I believe Super Fly Guys. I believe that's it. This bracket's a little bit confusing here on the paper.
Wait, we have a... Yeah, we have the Super Fly, wait. We have a Paul Fly team. Super Fly Guys.
Average Joe and Ant. That Ant stands for my buddy. Got to give him a shout out. Anthony Paleo. He's on the far side of your screen there. He's ready to go. And this Paul Fly team, it looks like they're ready to go too as they're updating the bracket now.
This is what it's all about. This is what life is all about. This is a life-affirming moment right here, sports fans. It doesn't get better than this. If you're not here, you got to be here.
Absolutely right, and I'll second that from Dave Fazzini here. You've got to be in this gym right now, feeling the electricity that's in here, because it's amped up right now. 3 minutes to go on this clock. We have a little bit of a delay here as Mr. Shaw makes his round.
Do you think that the teams are going to single out Campbell now as a ref that they think they can get one over on, or do you think that they'll just brush that one off?
I think and I hope they brush it off. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They need to brush this one off as we're underway here. Paul Fly, Super Fly guys, I believe that's the team. And Average Joe's and Ant right now on the court. 2:46 to play now. This game getting off to a bit of a slow start.
This is one of the old school, when Ben Franklin was a young dodgeballer, when Ben Franklin was playing dodgeball back in the Philadelphia Quaker Society, it was a game played at this kind of slow, leisurely pace. But there's one down.
One down from the Average Joe and Ant team. That's right, Ben Franklin was a huge dodgeball fan back there when he was experimenting with the kite and the key right before he turned to his work with meteorology. All right, we are down to 2 minutes and 8 seconds to play in this game. Little Survivor playing right now, the Rocky theme.
Mr. McNown's out there doing some damage, showing them how it's done.
All right, 2 players down right now for Average Joe's and Ant, and nobody down for the Super Fly guys.
Mr. McNown is clearly the target there. He's out there backpedaling. He's the one they're trying to get. He's been playing on expert the whole time.
Just to mention, one member of the Paul Fly team.
Oh, trading his passion for glory. He got him.
Great way to work the song lyrics in. I love it. Down to 1 minute and 12 now to play in the game.
I found that all my sentences work better when I try to work Survivor lyrics into them.
All right, well, 4 down for Average Joe's and Ant.
Oh, the last lone survivor stalks the spray in the night.
4 down for the Paul Fly team, now 5. You're only going to get this here on NASD TV.
McNown's getting them down.
Another player down. We got 2 left for the Paul Fly team at this point. We got 2 left right now for Average Joe and Ant. This is going to be a battle it out grudge match till the end. 24 seconds now coming up to play.
McNown with a spectacular grab.
Unbelievable. Your athletic agility will definitely be shown off in tonight's event. 1 player left to play here for the Paul Fly team, 2 for the Average Joe's and Ant.
Wearing a shirt that says PSSA Coach, he boldly and brazenly stalks off the court, waiting out the clock but showing some spectacular and manful athleticism. That's the way it's done there, sports fans.
All right, so a win there for Average Joe's and Ant. If you want to join us, you just joined us, we want to recap the first match was between the Bruise Crew and the Kamikazes. Kamikazes lost in that first round to the Bruise Crew. All right, next 2 teams on the court.
I think we have half and half and no child left standing. We have a little interesting blurb about these guys, the no child left standing crowd. We have a group of teachers who says here, let's hope they show their students more mercy in dodgeball than they do in the classroom. So let's break away to a quick interview, and we'll be right back.
All right, hello, I'm Sarah McManus, and I am here with, what's your group's name?
It is Average Joe's an Ant.
I guess that you're Ant then.
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, how did you guys do tonight, you think?
We did all right. We're looking to keep it going. I was impressed by our performance out there.
Okay, so I see you all guys are wearing yellow. How come yellow?
Just because we're average.
Just because you're average? All right, one more question out of you three guys. Who do you think's your biggest competition tonight?
The defending champions. Retro 8.
All right, well, good luck tonight. Thank you so much. All right, back to Mr. Vicini and Steve Alcavino.
All right, there you go. That you heard from Average Joe's and Ant. We're back here live now with live action continuing. Here right now, 2 minutes to play in this game between half and no child left standing. And boy, the fans are booing something out there.
It is absolutely shocking what is on display out there. It is an unbelievable display of violence. There's no mercy being shown, no quarter given.
All right. 1 minute and 30 seconds to play. Another out called.
A horrible mistake made by half and half.
Half and half has 4 players down right now. No child left standing, down 4 as well. So we're at pretty much even strength here. Boy, these guys are getting some whip on that dodgeball too. They're not holding back for anything. Under a minute to play now in this game.
The mistake I referred to, one of their players went to try to catch a ball and missed. 2 players went for the same ball, but they're coming back.
All right, 3 left for half and half. 3 left for no child left standing. Under 30 seconds to play in this game.
Oh, nice catch.
Interesting name, no child left standing. I don't think it was a Bush administration policy that they got that name off.
I don't think so. Well, we'll see. But these teachers out there doing their job in the classroom and out doing some damage on the court, they're a force to be reckoned with.
All right, it's 3-on-1. Half and half has 1 player left standing, and that's it. That's it. No child left standing will move on in the bracket.
The adults are doing well so far, representing against the students.
Well, this is the time to get their revenge outside of the classroom and show them who's the real ultimate authority, and what a better way to do it than come out and whip them in a little dodgeball.
The ancient sport of kings, Steve. This is where disputes used to be settled. Back in the old days, it was the joust. Now it's the dodgeball tournament.
And not to mention, too, going back, you got to go back to the Peloponnesian War and the javelin throw.
The javelin throws, it was exactly like this. This is what happened. Is this the face that launched 1,000 ships? No, but it started one heck of a dodgeball game, and we're out here now doing some damage.
All right, next team's coming up. Bruce Crew 2 and Dodge This.
Bruce Cruz 2 not going to win any originality contest points for their name. However, they're looking to do some damage. They've got a fearsome squad out there, and it's looking like it's going to be one heck of a match.
Dodge This, you would think by the back of their shirts that they all work for Target, but they don't.
Yeah, I know.
They have the big bullseye on the shirt. So 3 minutes on the clock. All right.
Here they go.
Underway in this game. Already a player out for Dodge This.
That's Steph Yacarino taking an early exit.
Oh, and let's see. That one hit the floor first, so that player for Dodge this is not out. If the ball makes contact with the floor before it hits the person, that player is not out.
Oh, that didn't happen there.
No, it didn't. Seems everybody who's out has abandoned the sideline at this point. It's hard to get an accurate count of how many people are actually out for both teams. At least 7 up still for Bruce Cruz, 2. 5 up right now.
Campbell's making a call.
Campbell's got the golden whistle, it looks like, down there on the sideline.
He's tough but fair.
That's true. All right, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Just to mention, we have not had a game yet that has ended before time has expired yet. We have gone the full length of each game and every game so far. So let's see if that streak will continue in this game. Dodge this, though, down to the bare minimum here, 2 players.
This could be a game where that doesn't happen. Dodge this is down to that bare minimum.
1 minute.
The arm strength isn't there for Dodge this. Wow, arm strength is way, Bruce Cruz too. They got the arm strength to spare.
All right, looks like the Bruce Cruz 2 player is out. He's called out by Mr. Shaw. It seems the dodgeball grazed his left shoulder. Under now a minute, we're approaching the half-minute mark now in this game between Dodge this and Bruce Cruz 2.
Too hesitant there for Dodge this. They could have got themselves back into the game, but it didn't happen. Too slow on the uptake.
Seven seconds now to play.
Oh!
Another out for Dodge this, the sole survivor. But it doesn't matter. Bruce Cruz 2 moving on to the next round. Dodge this is now out.
Next up we have the Shenanigans and the Captains.
All right, the Captains are your alumni team. A lot of familiar faces. Let's see how many I can do off the top of my head right now. Jamie Brown, Crystalini, Matt Giovinco, Andrew Giovinco. I believe Heather McHugh down there too. Shannon Sweeney. I think I did pretty good.
Down that side, we've got stalwart dodgeball players like Danny Loftus. We got Ryan Kelly. Looks like we have Andre Rochette out there. And Will Cassis, the famed Van Halen fanatic, out there holding it down. Come on, finish what you started, guys.
Were you a David Lee Roth fan or a Sammy Hagar, just to mention for Van Halen?
Well, it depends. I mean, mostly Dave. Mostly I'm a Diamond Dave guy all the way, but there are some Sammy tunes I really like.
All right. I would have to agree with you on that point. I really do agree. Doesn't matter. Still was a great band. Still is a great band.
Except for that Gary Sharon album. But to me, it never happened.
Oh, the Gary Sharon album. All right, we're underway right now.
A hesitant strategy. Oh, Fitteran's already out.
Doesn't take long. You don't want to.
2 down.
You don't want to set back against the Captains. A lot of experienced dodgeball players on this team. You do not want to sit back against them.
They are seasoned vets.
They did not go far last year with the team, the alumni team they had last year, so revenge is in the air.
Cassis with a nice grab. Ryan Kelly showing that elusiveness. Will Cassis looking for a next target.
2 players down.
Oh, nice job by Cassis. Nice agility.
2 players down for each team as we approach the 2-minute mark. And
this is a good game here, Steve.
This will be a good game, depending on, let's see how many stay in it for both teams. It could be a good grudge match until the end.
Andre Rochette with a nice grab. Rochette with another one.
All right, 3 players left for the Captains now, approaching 1.5 minutes on the scoreboard.
Now what do you do now? Do you stay hungry, or do you go after? Do you go after him, or do you say, listen, we're winning already. We're just going to run out the clock.
You know, it could be that strategy will work. You could set back, but again, you have 3 aggressive players on the captain's side. You do not want to sit back against this team. Matt Giovinco has proven in years past he can put the entire team on his shoulders.
That's true. He has pulled them back from the depths of despair before. Can he do it again?
Let's see. History may repeat itself here, but Chris Delaney's still in. Under a minute to go. The Captains have their work cut out.
They've got all the balls.
Well, nice dodge there by Giovinco there. He has a lot of agility on the court.
Can the 2 gunslingers of the years gone by do damage?
Oh, what a move there.
Nice move.
By Giovinco. He just kind of sucked in the stomach. Not that he has a gut, but boy, he really dodged that. 26 seconds to play in this game. Captains in dire need. Giovinco blocks off one, dodges another. He's on his knee, makes the move.
Oh, nice
but he's
move.
out. Delaney's the only one left at this point. 4 seconds to go. That is it. That will do it. This game has ended before regulation has ended.
Shenanigans did what they had to do.
Boy, they're not putting up with any shenanigans from the Captains team tonight. So the Captains are done. And the shenanigans are moving on here in our bracket.
They'll face the Ball Busters in the next round.
That's right, to mention, too, one new format change. Teams that enter earlier in this tournament get a bye, and I think that's a great feature that's been added to this tournament.
Now the bye can be both great or bad. You sit, you stew, you look at a team out there that's tearing it up, that's done a really impressive job, and you're like, man, I have to wait so long before we face them. Or it can be that much-needed rest, the calm before the storm.
That's right. It's really a mental advantage. It can either go both ways, as Dave's pointed out.